What's good, YouTube? Once again, man, we back at this shit, man. These Cellie Stories, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Hit that like button. Don't watch this video without hitting that like button, man. If you like it, hit the like button, man. That's what keeps the channel moving forward. I always remember turning them notifications on, man, and subscribe to the channel. So anyway, today, man, what I got for y'all, man, is it's about my Cellie. I had a Cellie for about 2 years. About 2 years, man, AKA Slim Black, man. And we'll leave it at that, right? But as we all know, man, in prison, man, you can't pick and choose who come in your cell with, man. You just got to let them know, man, that penitentiary rules are in effect, man. What I mean by that, man, don't touch my shit. I won't touch your shit, man. Don't sit on my bunk. I won't sit on your bunk, man. And don't do no motherfucking jacking off while I'm in this motherfucking house, because if you do, it's going to be some problems, right? But in this case, we didn't have no problem with that, right? Because like I said, he knew me and I knew him. But on a personal level, I didn't know him. I used to just see him in traffic. In other words, I seen him in passing. Because when you're in that motherfucker there and they on them old units and they got them long ass hallways, right? He'll be on one side, I'll be on one side. And you know, we'll just cordially, man, holler at the motherfucker. What's up, Black? And we keep going, you know what I'm saying? On several occasions, man, we did a little hooping. Did a little working out, man, but we never did no business together, man. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, you know, he was in that bitch. I was in there. You know, I knew him. He knew me. That was it. But you only get to know a motherfucker when they move in that cell with you. And in this case, he moved in the cell with me, right? And I was on the bottom bunk. He didn't have no motherfucking medical condition, so he wasn't going up top. And he didn't have no medical conditions, so he wasn't getting on the bottom. He took his ass up top, which was all right with me, because when you in that bitch, especially in the summertime and it's hot, your ass gonna pay the cost to be up on that top bunk. So anyway, man, I came in from work one day, man. You know, he was up on the stairs and shit, man. I'm like, damn, what's up, Black? Hey, what's up, Hollywood, man? So anyway, I said, where you going to? And I already knew it was a possibility he might be going to my cell, because my cell went to the house, right? And he said, man, I'm moving in you know, 2 row 18 cell. That's where I was living at the particular time, man. You know, I said, oh, nigga, shit, you done got lucky. Why you say that? I said, because you in the house with me. And he said, oh, yeah, bet that, man. I ain't want to get no fucked up cell. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the majority of the motherfuckers that move in the cell with me, I already knew for whatever reason it was, they gonna have it good. For one, they already know I'm gonna make some moves out there in the street, man. For two, I ain't gonna never be in that bitch. So a nigga that like standing in the cell, he'll probably can be able to be in that cell all day, because I'm gonna leave that motherfucker at 6 and I won't be back to 7, 8 o'clock at night. Because being in that cell remind me that I was locked up. Although I was locked up, I didn't never like to be reminded of the shit, right? So anyway, he moved in the cell. Everything was, you know, everything was good. So I come back to the cell later on that night, you know, and you know, he wasn't sleeping shit, man. So we, you know, we just chopped it up, man. You know, I just told him, you know, the shit that I expected, and he gave me his spiel on what he expected, right? Which I'm cool with that, because you got two real motherfuckers in the cell together. You have to get some type of cell established, man, because like I say, me seeing you every day, I'm not in the cell with you, so I ain't got to deal with you. Now, if we're going to live together, we got to be able to get along. So I got to know some of the shit that you good with and some of the shit you not good with. And it's up to me to accept it, the shit that I'm not good with, and it's a vice versa, same way with you, right? But like I said, I never had no run-ins with him, right? He's all good. And in prison, you can wear a lot of motherfucking hats, man. What I mean by you can wear a lot of hats, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. You know what I'm saying? If you was fake in the world, you can go in that bitch and all of a sudden be a real motherfucker. If you was a nigga wanting to be a punk in the street, But you can go in that bitch and be a straight up punk, and the motherfucker gonna accept you. I'm just getting it to you 110. That's why I used to always call it, man, your ass is in a place where you can be all you want to be. In other words, it's this here. You in the wrong place if your ass is looking for real. So anyway, long story short, man, me and Slim Black in the cell together, man, you know, I laid the rules down as far as my motherfucking bunk and my radio, my fan, and all the shit on my side of the shelf, right? And I never did keep my locker locked. You know what I'm saying? I ain't believe in keeping my locker locked. At certain times, I ain't even have no motherfucking lock because I was never worried about nigga going and taking my shit. Because it'd been consequences, repercussions for you fucking with my shit. So anyway, that's another story. Let's get to this motherfucker here. So anyway, man, me and Black have a conversation. And this is the first time I really figured out who the fuck I was staying with, right? Which it didn't bother me when a nigga told me what he told me. I'm not tripping. So he said, man, hey, well, I got to holler at you about something. So I'm like, what's up, Black? He said, man, you know I like them boys. I said, okay, I ain't got no problem with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Your motherfucking time, your dick, you can put it wherever you want to put it at. It ain't got shit to do with me, right? So he's like, nah, man, I'm just telling you how to respect, man, because I might have a motherfucker in the house from time to time. I said, look, my nigga, look, I said, listen to what I'm going to tell you. Heads up. I can't tell you who got to have in this motherfucker cell. But what I can tell you is don't fuck with my shit when you and whoever in this cell, right? He like, oh, man, I already know not to do no shit like that, man. What's yours is yours, and it ain't mine. I said, exactly. So we good. So we dap up. That shit was over with, right? So anyway, for anybody that's been in the position that I was in, right, a nigga always safeguard his shit. And what I mean by safeguard your shit is when you leave out of your cell, you always set that shit in a certain position, right? You always set your radio in another position. You might set your headphones in another position. You know what I'm saying? And in my case, I had what they call a realistic radio. It's a big brown motherfucker, old school. So I didn't have that plastic radio with the headphone. That was majority for if you just come in the system or if you didn't have a radio. That's what they were selling on the commissary, that little plastic motherfucker with the clock on it and all that other shit. I'll get into that shit later, man. Let y'all know how that shit does work. But anyway, I used to set my big reel a certain way, and I used to set my pillow a certain way, right? And I had one of them big old ass thick mattresses, because it reminded me of when I was free, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I used to sleep on a big, nice, soft mattress, because nobody don't want to be reminded of what the fuck they had, even though we there. But anyway, like I say, man, I used to turn my pillow a certain way. And icy white sheets, you can spot an ass crease on it. If a motherfucker sit on that bunk, you gonna see them ass cheeks. You know why? Because that mattress is gonna go down. It's gonna go down, and you can tell the motherfucker sitting on your bunk, right? So anyway, that was one of my motherfucking rules. Don't sit on my motherfucking bed because I don't want to lay my head where a nigga had their ass at. The only ass gonna be on this bed is mine. Straight out. And that's the respect that I gave back to anybody else that was in the cell with me. If they was on the bottom and I was on top, especially if I was on top, don't jump your ass up here on my bunk to try to get in your motherfucking locker. You better try to figure it out, nigga, or we're gonna have a motherfucking problem. So anyway, I go to work. I'm gone. I probably left about 6 o'clock that morning, right? Left about 6 o'clock that morning. Probably come about 7, 8 that night. When I come back in, I got my shower shoes in my hand, my motherfucking work boots, all the other type of shit I might have came back in without accumulating since I've been out there in the motherfucking hallways, right? and he in the house. So when I come back in, I said, man, what's going on? Whatever. So we chop it up, talking shit, and I sit on the motherfucking toilet. And when I sit on the toilet, I mean, this is just what I do. I'm old school, convict, been in this bitch going on 17, 18 years. I'm going to survey my shit. I don't give a fuck who in there. So I'm looking around, I'm looking around talking. I'm talking to him, but I'm still surveying the cell, right? To see if any of my shit been misplaced. Because if it's been misplaced or been fucked with, we got to have a talk. And sometimes talks don't end too goddamn well. So anyway, so me and them have a talk and shit, we talking. And I'm talking, I'm studying looking though, right? Keep in mind, I'm not sitting on my bunk. I'm not sitting on my bunk because I want to see if another motherfucker been sitting on it, right? And I'll be goddamn, guess what? I see 2 motherfucking ass cheek prints on my bunk. And you can see this shit on one of them new thick ass mattresses. You can see it just as clean as day that a motherfucker had been sitting on your bunk, right? But in this case, it was 4 sets of ass prints. And I'm assuming it was that of him and somebody else, right? Normally what a motherfucker do is when they come in your cell to ride with you, because you got niggas falling out of place, y'all might fall in that bitch, blow a J or drink, you know what I'm saying? Or discuss some business or whatever, right? Or even come in that bitch to fight. But what's gonna happen is this, that if nigga come in the cell, nigga ain't gonna sit on your celly bunk. You either gonna flip that bitch up against the wall and sit on the steel right there, or you gonna sit on the toilet, right? Or you might even sit right there on the floor right there. But in this case, that didn't happen. I seen 2 ass cheeks, 4 sets of ass cheeks on my motherfucking bunk, right? So I'm talking. Like I said, I'm talking and I'm looking. And so when I spot this shit, in mid motherfucking conversation, I said, hold up, Black, let me ask you something, man. Did you have anybody in the cell today? Why you ask me that, Wood? I said, no, I'm just asking, did you have anybody in the cell today? First, I want to see if nigga gonna lie. But he came clean. So nigga said, nah, he said, yeah, my nigga, I had my boy in here. Now, keep in mind, when he said he had his boy, he ain't talking about his homeboy. He talking about a nigga that he probably is fucking another nigga. Because, like I said, niggas in prison get fucked. Willingly, or a nigga take their ass. One of the two. It all depends on what category the nigga getting fucked fall up under, right? So anyway, nigga say, I had my boy in here. So I said, okay. I said, let me ask you this. Was you or your boy sitting on my bunk? Nigga said, nah, man, we both were sitting right there. I said, my nigga, you already know, man. That shit don't fly, man. That's some disrespectful shit, my nigga. Don't do that no more, man. My bad, Wood, my bad, man. So anyway, like I said, on this occasion, man, I give him a pass, man, because, I did know the nigga. Okay, so I did know him. So he get a pass on that move there, right? But what he didn't get a pass on was this. So the next time, I go to work, you know what I'm saying, and we do our thing or whatever, man, me and him, we always, here's the thing. You're in the cell with me, you try to get along as much as you can because you don't want no conflict in the cell. You want the motherfucking airwaves clear. And being in the cell with a motherfucker, you want to think that you can trust it because at some time and point, you might need this motherfucker in the cell. You might need him. You never know. That's why you always got to say, you know what, though, man, I ain't going to get it to him, but silly, man, because if it's anybody, I always got to trust this nigga because we stay together, right? So anyway, but like I say, man, once once it came to the forefront that the nigga was a booty bandit, it wasn't nothing else to hide, right? Cause we would go to shower. And for those that don't know, when you go to shower, all the motherfucking booty bandits be in the back there. They be in the back because if they've been stalking you the whole time, they gonna fill that back row up where you can't do nothing but come in the front right there. And when you come in the front, you can't shower and do all this shit, right? You have to shower with a shower because you too busy goddamn looking what's behind you. They're gonna cut the water off on your ass, you're gonna be soaked up, right? So anyway, that's how you can tell that these niggas that's coming in is new. Cause they gonna jump their motherfucking ass right in that fire, and them niggas gonna be back there lined up on that wall, gunning their ass down. Gunning their ass down. But if you a regular and a real nigga ain't gonna fuck with you like that. They ain't gonna fuck with you like that because they know it's consequences and repercussions when you come in that shower. And some niggas have fell victim to regular niggas when a nigga come in that shower and they in that motherfucker jacking off. The same spot they jack off in, the same spot they motherfucking ass go to sleep in, right? So, like I say, man, Slim Black was a booty bandit. He was a motherfucking booty bandit. It didn't end well for him. It didn't end well for him. Due to the fact because he was in the wrong cell at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing. And what cell he was in, like I said, was my cell, right? And any other regular nigga would have done the same thing I did, right? So, anyway, man, I go to work like always, man. I come back to the house. But on this particular day, when I come back to the house, I came back early for specific reasons. Because I already know that the nigga gonna be doing what he was doing the day before. Because he's a full-time booty bandit. And it's a different when a nigga's a full-time booty bandit. That's all he thinking about is booty. You got full-time booty bandits, you got part-time booty bandits, right? The part-time booty bandit might just get him some booty and move on. But the full-time booty bandit, the nigga is stalking everything that come through. If you come through with your goddamn pants sagging, you can rest for sure. That crowd of niggas, they gonna be like this. It's the same way a nigga would watch a woman ass in the world. That's the way them niggas do. Look at that ass like this. And then they have big motherfucking powwows about this nigga fine, or damn that bitch ass, damn. So, but if you ain't careful, you'll think this nigga talking about a motherfucking woman. Yeah, you think he talking about a woman, but the whole time he talking about somebody else's ass. Cause on several occasions, like I said, you in prison, man. So you surrounded by different type of motherfuckers. You gonna hear different type of motherfucker conversations. You gonna hear all that shit right there, man. And you gonna hear a nigga say, hey man, damn that bitch fine. And his counterpart gonna say, man, yeah, that bitch fine the motherfucker. The whole time they talking about a nigga's ass. Nigga's ass. But we in prison. And that's just what that is, man. So anyway, back to the story right hand, man. Come in early from work. Black in the house. And the reason why I know he in the house, because when I pull up on the motherfucking room, the nigga got the sheet up, right? I ain't got no problem with you. Your business is your business as long as it don't interfere with my business. And what makes it interfere with my business by coming in the house and you fucking with my shit, right? So anyway, man, they get through doing whatever they had to do, man. Those roll. I ain't asking no nigga nothing about him fucking no another nigga. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That conversation ain't gonna never come up, nigga. Never. So anyway, go in the house. So when I go in the house, nigga, you know, it's pine saw down, nigga done clean the floor and all this shit, right? But what the nigga didn't understand that I looks at my shit when I come in, right? He found this out later on. So when I come in the house, I look at my lotion and shit. And at that time, they had some lotion, that motherfucker called almond butter. And when you do anything with this motherfucker, you gonna smell it. I don't give a fuck what it is. You can put it on coming out of the shower, nigga. Nigga gonna smell that shit before you come. So just imagine if he fucking with a nigga ass with it, how it's gonna smell, right? So anyway, look at my shit, man, and boom, that's good, because he had no almond butter too. But the shit is in the air. The aroma is in the air that this shit is around the almond butter, right? So bam. Anyway, man, he speak, what's up, Wood? I do my same routine I've been doing for years. Before I get in my motherfucking bunk, I'm gonna put my lotion, shower, you know, put my lotion on, deodorant, brush my hair, put my rag on, you know, all this old shit, man, you know. Get me ready to your station, fix me a shot of coffee, you know, and just sit there and just chill, you know, kind of like wind down like a nigga do on the street, right? But on this day, that shit didn't happen, man. On that day, this shit didn't happen. I looked at my motherfucking bunk. And when I looked at my bunk, I said, man, hold up. I know the motherfucker ain't tripping. Brown spot on my motherfucking bunk. I keep all white sheets. I got a brown spot on my bunk, right? So boom. I get a little bit closer. But from a bird's eye view, you can't tell what it is until you get close. And what did it for me, the only way I knew what it was gonna be is I smelled the bitch. So when I smell it, I said, this bitch ass nigga done fuck this whole ass nigga on my bunk. I'm finna beat this bitch to death. So I get down there and I smell the shit. I said, say, Black, get your bitch ass down, man. Get down, whole ass nigga. So the nigga get down off of his bunk. What's up, Wood, man? I said, nigga, tell me what's this on my motherfucking bunk. Man, I don't know. But the nigga know he in trouble, though. So the nigga denied that he fucked the nigga on my bunk. So I said, let me ask this, man. You had that nigga in the cell today, right? Yeah. I said, I know you had the nigga in the cell, but you didn't know I was coming back that early, nigga, because you had the sheet up. You fucked this nigga on my bunk, nigga, and you got shit on my bunk, nigga. Nigga, this shit, nigga. I smelled it with my nose, nigga. This shit, nigga. So he looking. I said, my nigga, this is shit on my bunk. You fucked that nigga on my bunk. He looking. Don't know what the motherfucker say. But guess what? I beat that nigga ass so motherfucking bad, man. I beat that nigga ass. I beat his motherfucking ass. In my 25 years of being locked up, that's probably the only nigga that I beat like that. I beat that nigga ass so bad to where he shitted on himself. He shitted on himself. Yeah. He made a nigga shit on my bunk from fucking him. And I beat his motherfucking ass for fucking a nigga on my bunk. This nigga had shit and blood everywhere in the cell. And when the police showed up, they had to bring a motherfucking stretcher up for this bitch. For fucking a nigga on my bunk. Yeah, for fucking a nigga on my bunk because he violated penitentiary rules. And the penitentiary rules are always in effect. For one, don't ever fuck with a nigga shit. For two, don't disrespect a motherfucker's bunk. For three, for not keeping it real. Always remember to hit that motherfucking like and that subscribe button. Always. Once again, man, badass Cellie Stories, uncut, real shit. Undercover booty bandits and part-time booty bandits. However it may be, all them niggas are booty bandits. Remember to hit that like and that subscribe button. Salute. OG Hollywood.